So this video is actually about a very sad topic. It is about the drowning of 4 people in the Wujie riverbed on Sunday, September 13th, and that was just yesterday. It's a very sad situation, and I wanted to make this video to give some background on this. So basically what happened is they decided to camp in the riverbed, and they picked a spot over by the edge. It was near the bushes. It seemed to be high ground. And then at 4:12 a.m., the dams suddenly opened. This is a dam-controlled creek, and it flooded the whole place, and it washed 4 people away. 2 people survived, and 4 of them died. Just today, they found the last person, and he was probably 15 kilometers down the river. So that's very, very sad. It hits very close to home, and the reason I want to talk about this is because actually I and my family were in that same riverbed just a week before this happened. And I have probably been in the riverbed 30 plus times in the last few years. I've probably been in that riverbed more than any other foreigner because I live right near there. And so I wanted to give some background and give some history on it. And I'm not looking to blame anyone. I'm sure that will come out and that will happen. But I just wanted to give some history. So I first started going there several years ago. And at that time, it was very undeveloped. Only some dirt bike clubs knew about it, and basically you just saw Aboriginals hunting back there. It was quite pristine. It was gorgeous, and at the turn of the river where this tragedy happened, at that time there was a little track. You went up, and then you went to a creek. There's a beautiful creek, and I was just there a week before this happened, and people enjoy playing in the water there. It's above where the regular river is that's dam controlled. It's a safe place to play. It's just a little creek, and the old trail went through the creek, and then you went down the other side, and the Aboriginals used to use that track, and us dirt bike guys would also use it. Well, everything changed a few years ago when they decided to turn this beautiful creek into a tourist location. The Aboriginals who lived in the community smoothed the road all the way back there, and they began taking people back there with their delicas. They put a lot of work into making a little parking area for the trucks and for their Jeeps, and they have like barbecues, and it's a full tourist destination. And when I was there a week ago, there's just tons and tons of tourists coming through there, playing in the water, having a good time. And I went back there with my truck as well. I have seen them in the evening actually clearing the road in the riverbed of rocks and obstructions. And if you look at the pictures, the people who were camping there were in a Ford Kuga, which is like a Ford Escape in the US, car-based SUV, and also a Subaru Legacy, I think, which is also a car-based SUV. There's lots of car-based SUVs that go back there. I call them soft roaders, right? So this isn't a hardcore location. This seems like a very safe location for families to go. And on any given weekend, there will be 200, 300 people back there playing in the riverbed, relaxing, picnics, whatever, right? And that's why I was happy to take my family back there. But I've been back there many, many mornings. I like to get up early, and I like to go back there on my motorcycle, and I see people camping in the riverbed all the time. It's very, very common. Now, on this particular occasion, it was not safe. And so I have been there when the dam is open, and you can just see water shooting out of the dam, and it's really, really scary. And I always had that in the back of my mind, the danger around this river, because when they open the dam, how much water flows through. When you look at the high water mark, I will try and cut in pictures of or video of where I cut around on the high water mark in places. It's very, very high above the normal level when the dam is closed. And it's scary to think about the amount of water that would be moving through that when it opens. And so you would have to, I keep that in the back of my mind, what would happen if they opened it. But I always assumed that it was safe on the weekends because so many people were down there. The Aboriginals who take people back there must be in contact with whoever's operating the dam. But I wondered myself, what is the schedule? When do they open these dams? When do they shut these dams? So I got on the website, I looked around, I found a number. I had my friend try and call. Nobody answers. They do not publish when the dams open and when the dams close. And that poses a risk. I go on the weekends and I check it out really well, and I figure they would be stupid to open it on a weekend when people are there. Now, obviously, everyone else felt the same way because somebody has been arrested today for negligence in connection to this. And we will see how that pans out. That is an ongoing investigation, and I just wanted to point out that these families would not have thought that this is a dangerous location. I did not think this was a dangerous location on the weekend, even though I knew that danger was there. I figured that it was controlled. And so it'll be interesting going forward to see what happens with this, whether they completely keep everyone out. What they're saying up to this point is that no one should be camping in that riverbed at any point, and there are signs posted. Of course, they're in Chinese. Of course, I did not really realize it, but I've never been camping there, partly because of the danger that it poses. So my heart goes out to the family, and I'm really saddened by this tragedy, and we will see if they end up blocking the whole riverbed and we don't end up going back there for quite some time for regular recreational off-roading, as has been the case in the past. Only time will tell.